So, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, my amazing, wonderful, and magnetic goddesses, and everyone who is here. So, today's topic is to rewire your self talk. That how to stop self sabotage. Like to rewire your self talk means that the way we are speaking to ourselves. And the goal for this workshop is that I will help you identify your inner self sabotaging dialogues, which are stopping you from achieving whatever you want to achieve in your life, and understand that why it happens, and also that how you can replace it with a much empowering talk. Okay, so this is the whole goal of this workshop. And by the end of this workshop, you will be able to recognize your three types of self sabotage. You will learn a simple step by step process to shift this negative self talk. And the third point is that you will receive an affirmation guide to practice daily. So, this will be a bonus for you who stay till the end. Okay, so let's start. And there are some, when I'll be telling you this about self sabotage and all these things, then it would be a oh, that's me moment for you. Okay. Now, let me ask you one very powerful question, that have you ever told yourself that I am not good enough? I probably fail. So why should I try? Or I don't deserve success, love, or happiness. Okay. Yes, you can type in the chat box also and let me know that what are the questions that you have told yourself other than this which I have given which I have asked you. Okay, and what if I told you that these thoughts are not facts but these are habits, and that we can rewire them today itself? Okay, because our brain listens to everything we tell to it, whether it is good, whether it is bad, it is positive, it is negative. It listens to us every time. And if we constantly criticize yourself, if you constantly criticize yourself, your brain believes it and it says that so be it. Okay. But today, I am going to tell you, and I'm going to show you rather, that how you can break free and rewire your self-talk for success. Okay, now let's understand this, that what is or why we self-sabotage. Because I have been saying this word from the start of the session, so you must be having this question. Okay, self-sabotage is not random. It is a pattern which is created by our past experiences, our fears, and our limiting beliefs. So there are three things in self-sabotage which do for ourselves. And it is not random, it is created by a pattern. And these patterns could be created by our past experiences, our childhood memories, our fears, our limiting beliefs. It could be anything. Okay. And the very common type of self sabotage which we often face are, first is the inner critic. The inner critic is very much uh, dominant in ourselves, which is the voice that says that you are not good enough. And where does this comes from? This comes from childhood experiences, perfectionism, fear of failure. Because in childhood there are so many things which we keep on hearing, or people around us say that you are not good enough, you have not done this correctly, ये सही से नहीं किया तुमने, तुम तो ऐसे ही हो. So this is the inner critic which we think we are, but we are not, because we have taken it from others, from our environment, from our surroundings, with the people whom we were living with. Hi, Nikhat. And second, self sabotage is the doubt, the doubter. This is the voice which says that what if I fail? First was the inner critic, that I am not enough. Second one is the doubter, which is the voice that says, what if I fail? And where this voice comes from, this doubter comes from. It comes from the fear of judgment, that if I do this, what people will say, मैं ये करूंगी तो पड़ोस की फैमिली क्या सोचेगी, पड़ोसी क्या सोचेंगे, फ्रेंड्स क्या सोचेंगे, रिलेटिव्स क्या सोचेंगे. और इट कम्स फ्रॉम पास्ट फेलियर्स, मतलब पास्ट में क्या फेलियर हुआ आपका. And then is the imposter syndrome, that you want to run away from the situation. Then the third one, which is the excuser. This is that the voice that says that I'll do it later. Okay, this or you can say the procrastinator in us. And where does this come from? It comes from the fear of success. It comes from the resistance to change. Matlab, we are so uh, used to our comfort zone कि we don't want to change ourselves. So the resistance which is there, during the change, where we want to go and where we are right now. So this is where it comes from, and also the limiting beliefs which we have. What are limiting beliefs? The beliefs which we have heard someone else telling us about others, or that belief we have formed in our mind. And also that these voices, the three voices which I have told, the inner critic, the doubter, the excuser, if these were learned, ये हमने सीखे हैं, तो we can unlearn it also. And coaching, the healing process or the coaching journey which you go through, is all about unlearning the things which we have learned from very long, from our childhood till the age you are 30, 35, 40, 45, whatever age you are. Okay, so today's class goal is to unlearn what you have learned. Okay, so now I will tell you the 3-step formula to rewire your self-talk. First step is to catch the thought, that is, come into the awareness of the thought, that what is the thought, because you can't change what you don't notice. So this is the first step, that you need to first acknowledge it, become aware of the thought, that what you are thinking. So in this activity, which is the self-talk awareness check, what we will do is think of any one negative thought that you tell yourself often, or write it down. So Nikat, can you write down any negative thought which you are constantly thinking and that you want to change? So you can write it down. And once done, you can share with me also, or you can type in the chat also. It could be any thought, that I'm not able to do this work, I'm not good at selling, I'm not good at coaching, or anything which you have been procrastinating, like you need to do that work done, but because of something that you are not able to do it. So it could be any thought. I am not perfect in the theories of counseling to become a counselor. Great, Nikat. This is your negative thought. Now you have to ask yourself that where did this belief come from? First ask this question, that have you heard this somewhere, or someone had said to you, or whatever, where did it came from, this belief? And first you have to see this, where this belief came from, and second is it 100% true? Like you have written, I am not perfect in my theories of counseling to become a counselor. So is it 100% true that you think that you are not perfect? Because most of our negative self-talk is just an assumption. It is not a fact. First thing, what you need to keep in your mind, be very clear that whatever negative self-talk you are having with yourself, it is only an assumption and it is not a fact. So this sentence, which is I am not perfect in my theories of counseling to become a counselor, this is also your assumption and it is not a fact. Okay. So now we will go to second step, right? Second step is that we will challenge the thought. We will reframe it. Like I will ask you a question, Nikhat, that if your best friend said this sentence to you, this thought, okay, about themselves, what would you say to them? You can think of it, Nikhat. What would you say to them if your best friend asked you the same belief she had? Okay. Yes, you think of it, and I'll give you an example also for this. That if the thought is that I am not good enough, then you can, voice is breaking. I was saying that you need to ask uh, yourself that if your best friend said this about themselves, the sentence or thought which you have written, what would you say to them? Okay. First, you write down that what would you say to them? Then we will reframe this thought. Like I will give you an example also. Ki I am not good enough. When we reframe it, it will be that I am learning, I am growing, and I am improving every day. Okay. So like this way, yes, exactly. You have all the required skills for counseling. Exactly. So you need to say this thought to yourself from now. Now, what you need to do is take this thought which you wrote down, and as you have flipped it into a supportive and empowering statement, you have done already. Right. And also, when you challenge the thoughts, okay, then you take your power back because we have the power of what we want to think. Great. Now, what we will do is we will replace with this with affirmation. Like we will now rewire our brain. Okay. Because your mind believes what you repeatedly tell it. And like you said, this affirmation, you have all the required skills for counseling. So you need to repeat it again and again to yourself. You can write it on a sticky note also and place it in on your laptop or on your mirror where you can see it often. Okay, so now I will tell you the daily affirmation formula. It is that first thing is make it positive and avoid the words like not or can't. We don't need to use these words that I can't do this, I don't know this. No word like not or can't, we can't. Don't have to use it. Second is we need to make it in present tense. That we have to use I am instead of I will. And the third step is make it personal. That I am worthy of success. That you have written, na, I have I have all the required skills for counseling. This is your affirmation. You can write one more affirmation if you want to create your affirmation which counteracts your self-sabotaging thoughts. And you have to say it loud 3 times. Okay, Nikhat. And imagine this to yourself every day, that how your life would change when this positive thought comes true. Then how would your life change? You need to feel it because feeling are the secrets. The pattern which we have been following through our self beliefs हो गया, negative talk हो गया, या फिर किसी ने कुछ कहा उससे whatever thoughts which we get, they are a pattern. And when we live those patterns, we feel something. We feel angry. I am in the process of uploading myself and counseling in counseling theories. Great, Nikhat. Okay, so what I was telling that patterns about patterns, I was telling ki when we live patterns, we feel angry. Good patterns, if they are not, then we feel angry, sad, not good about ourselves. But we can change these patterns by changing our feelings. So we need to focus. What you need to do is you need to say this affirmation loud 3 times, and also imagine while saying this affirmation to yourself every day that how would your life change when this affirmation comes true. Okay. So today what we learned was to catch our negative thought first thing. Second thing was to challenge its truth, that whether it is true, it is 100% a fact, or is it my assumption? And what if my best friend would have asked me the same thought, what would have I suggested her? And then we need to replace this with an empowering affirmation, because the words you say to yourself shape your life. So choose them wisely. Okay. And to help you stay consistent, I am giving every one of you a free affirmation guide with daily affirmations to rewire your mindset. If you keep on reading it daily again and again, then you will be able to rewire your mind. Okay, I'll share the link in the group, and you're most welcome. And your thoughts create your reality, as we have heard it so many times. So you have the power to rewire them. And starting from today, you can do this. So thank you for showing up for yourself today. And now you can go out back and you can speak these affirmations, these powerful affirmation to yourself with very much love, and also very powerfully. Okay, so if you have any questions, then you can ask. Otherwise, we will end this workshop and we will meet next Wednesday, same time, 12 p.m. with another topic, which would be very interesting and very important. So thank you so much, Nikhat, for coming. And if you have any questions, then you can ask. Otherwise, I'll end the meeting. It's a 30, yes, not more than that. 30-minute session. Okay. Thank you so much, Nikhat. Bye bye. Take care. Meet you next Wednesday. Stop. Yes, every Wednesday I have at 12 p.m. a free workshop.